I think today I'm gonna watch an old classic war movie for a watch party. Oh, let me change the title here. Whoops. Classic film. Movies. I'm gonna put it in just chatting. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay. This is an interesting way to start a movie. Kind of reminds me of like the end of Kill Bill, where it showed all the major characters and it had like their name, and it showed them like a close up of their face there for a few seconds. I wonder if that was an homage to kind of the old way that they used to film. Oh man, look at the hair. Princess Leia has entered the chat. It's like hair that's like not even blonde, it's like white.
Jimmy, it feels like the last night in the world.
Are you afraid?
No, not when I think of how much it's going to mean to us.
You darling.
Committing some kind of crime, some kind of caper. Something's happening and she's feeling nervous. That hair.
Oh, it's funny, but
looks bulletproof.
I'm thinking of our last dance at college. I bought my last new dinner gown for it.
It still looks good.
And why shouldn't it? I've only worn it twice in the last 2 years.
Cigarette?
Mm-hmm. Daddy went broke, but he didn't tell me. He kept up my allowance.
Man, I love these like implicit stereotypes. You know, she's bundle of nerves, borderline hysteria, fixated on her clothes.
How could you?
I thought I was bouncing from college to the junior league. Ruth Holden, prominent society girl and all that sort of thing.
I thought I was
as I said.
Year as an engineer. And look at me, working for beans in a bank. I've been there 3 years, and for what? To be fired. Given 2 weeks' notice so somebody's pet relative could step in on the job.
Oh, nepotism.
We were all talking about what we were going to do.
Sure, I remember.
Back in the day when nepotism was a bad word and not just how things are done now.
He said 2 years in the pen would be no worse than 5 years at college.
Who wouldn't be glad to serve a few years in prison to secure independence?
Without hurting me.
What?
Waiter, wine list.
Tell that to people in Venezuela, dude.
Very good, sir.
How the movies normalize smoking. Well, not that I'm saying social construction-wise that the movies are why it was normal to smoke. That was just how things were.
They'll come at us pretty hard, Ruth. They won't let up for days.
It was a hard pill to swallow for people to realize that smoking was even bad for them at first.
Anything. Except the separation. Jimmy, you won't stop loving me.
What funny thoughts go through your little head? Of course I won't.
Oh, it's the only way out for us.
I love the depiction
Children.
100 years ago. Women emotionally insecure, prone to negative emotion.
I wasn't brought up that way, and neither were you.
There were certain
No,
things we were taught to
I mean,
as our rights.
hey,
We're gonna get them.
you can dump on some of the schlock that woke ideology makes for film all you want, which you should.
The very best, miss.
But I think part of the actual validity of some of the woke stuff is you watch a movie 100 years ago and you can at least understand some of the sentiment behind it. Like, this character screams weak, vulnerable.
After tonight, we won't need any money for a couple of years. And then we'll have plenty.
Okay, what's the scheme?
Suppose it isn't a couple of years. Suppose it's 10.
Well, suppose it is. I'd only be 33. How many men have fortunes at that age? Come on, darling. Here's to us.
So I'm under the assumption that he's the one that got her to do the crime here. Whatever the caper is.
Jimmy? Nothing. I'm sick. No, I won't.
Oh, dead or alive. $5,000. Dr. Evil, that's not really a lot of money anymore. Oh, $50,000. God, this movie's so old you could add a zero and it doesn't do shit.
Well, that's that. Now let's see if the thing still works.
Back in the day when, before computers, before video game consoles, they had music boxes.
Love that melody.
You should.
Slaps.
$5,000 tune. Why not be frank with him and add a P.S. that there's $100,000 sealed in a fireproof container inside that old music box? And please take care of it.
Oh, I'm afraid even Uncle Billy wouldn't understand that.
Good old Uncle Billy.
You want to dance?
Let's, Jimmy.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my God.
We'll be dancing to a different tune tomorrow.
See, like back in the day,
No, Jimmy.
this
No
is
regrets.
why it was the golden days. You didn't sit at home and watch Dancing with the Stars. You played your music box and danced. That's why there's stronger interpersonal relationships, less screens, more interaction between people.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that, Jimmy. When Uncle Billy gets that letter, he'll put the music box away in his safe, and he'll never let it out.
They'll get me in the morning. I won't deny anything. And then they'll check back on every move I've made, and they'll land on you.
And I won't deny anything.
Good girl. Hey, I've only got 10 minutes to make the express offer. Is the letter ready?
I'll go get my
My
stuff.
signature.
Well, Stefan.
Remember watches? Before your phone is the watch. Your phone is the watch and the computer and the flashlight. It's like Swiss Army phones when you really think about it.
Yes?
Casey reporting with those two from the bank.
Good. Send them right in.
Yes, sir.
In fact, I would argue your phone is more like a computer with the ability to be used as a phone.
Sit down. Make yourselves comfortable.
They're like mini all-purpose computers.
What's there to talk about? We admit we took the money, so let's get it over with.
$100,000. What did you do with it?
Try and find out.
Oh, so there is something to talk about after all.
I love that $100,000.
All of it.
I wonder if you adjust that for inflation. I'm gonna do that actually.
Smoke?
Okay, $100,000. So let's put this movie into perspective. Okay, because $100,000 these days, complete peanuts. In fact, if inflation ends up going the way it is now, you could get yourself 4 easy payments of Taco Bell through your Uber Eats, and the tab might end up being close to how much these people stole. Okay, so adjusted for inflation. By the way, quick fun trivia. Okay, 1937. Is this? Okay. 19. Oh, this is a cool website. I like this. If in 1937, $100,000. Is that right? I think so. Okay, this is making a little bit more sense, huh? It's about $2 million bucks. So they're doing a caper for about $2 million. God, those people really were more frugal and less greedy back in the day. Because the way he talked about, I'll be super rich, right? Like, so if today's money, $2 million bucks, well, yeah, I mean, you'll be living okay. You can afford Uber Eats. Yeah, I mean, that in the day of billionaires, it doesn't mean as much. I think even if you adjust for inflation, you have to adjust for the like standard of living or like the distribution of wealth among classes. You know what I mean? It's not just it's almost apples to oranges if you don't adjust for some of the other social stuff.
Thanks, I've got my own.
Why not smoke mine?
Why should we be under obligation to...
Wow, wait a minute, dude. $100,000 turns into 2,200,000. Good Lord, that's over 20 times. That is actually crazy.
Well, you are already to the tune of 100,000. So a few cigarettes shouldn't bother your conscience. Now, you kids are too smart to go through with this. Even if you
I want to see
the
something.
money can't buy back, honor,
Speaking of adjusted for inflation, this is going to become like adjusted for inflation stream. I remember in, let's just say, 1995. A 7-layer burrito was 79 cents. Be $1.65. Good to know. I don't know if anybody else does this, but sometimes I wonder about like how much stuff would be today. You know what is interesting? Just until recently, video games have never gotten over 60. I think they're starting to get over that hump, though. I think they're starting to make video games where it's more expensive. But video games dodge that, like, things increasingly getting more and more expensive bullet for, like, a long time.
Why not turn it over to me, Jimmy, and we'll call the whole thing square? I'll even get you another job. But not in a bank.
Put the irons on, Chief. You're wasting your time.
College kids, aren't you?
What if we are?
Things ran wrong when you went out of school. A lot of your sweat ideas went up in smoke.
What?
Nothing but a long, steep
All I heard was smoke.
Decided to take a shortcut and grab over 100.
That's all I saw was smoke.
Without hurting anyone. That is, any individual.
Well, the lady speaks at last. Yes, without hurting anyone. Except yourselves. How much of that money do you figure on keeping when you get out of prison?
All of it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. There's many angles you haven't thought about. Here, I'll show you. Move a bit. Let me sit between you. That's right. Now, you steal $100,000. You hide
$2 million.
and you do 10 years in prison.
10 years in prison for $2 million.
Now look.
That's...
Out, you get your $100,000. But it's what we call hot money.
What's that?
He means he can trace it through the serial numbers on the bill.
You can't bank it. You run a risk keeping it on you. So you have to take it to a fence. They'll sell it at about 40 cents in the dollar.
Yeah, there must be something missing in time for cohorts. They were talking about going to prison for 10 years for $2 million. Not to mention life expectancy.
It's not worth the price you'll have to pay.
Okay, yeah, something doesn't... It's possible it's the plot. But, so we got life expectancy. Not to mention what the hell a prison would be like in the 1930s. I don't know. 58. Only 58. Wow. These days, that's like today's 40s. It was about 59 for white males and 47. Wow. Look at the life expectancy different on that. Like a decade. That's not a minor difference. So your life expectancy is 58. I think the idea was he's in his 20s, right? You're going to go to prison for 10 years and your life expectancy is 58. Either this plot is off its fucking rocker, or there's or you can't just adjust something for inflation, like there's other variables.
Prison does things to you.
Mr. Roberts, I still say you're wasting your time.
All right, Casey.
Yeah, prison does things to you. You're 10 years in
Sorry
prison.
wouldn't let me help you. DA's pretty tough on smart kids like you. Well,
I'm like looking up the analytics here for the data. I don't know if you could say smart is the right word.
Therefore, I have no alternative but to impose upon you both an exemplary sentence. You are to serve an indeterminate period of not less than 1 year, nor more than 10, in the state prison. It is furthermore recommended by the court that no parole ever be granted you.
Second thoughts? Most realistic court hearing. Or did they used to like stand up by the judge back in the day more? Now we're accustomed to seeing it where they're at the tables. You got those two tables, prosecution and defense.
Why don't you turn in?
That looked more like night court.
I'm sleepy. Anyway, thinking about your boyfriend doesn't do you any good. Come on, tell me, honey. What did you and your boyfriend do with that money?
I feel like that was starting to get borderline
I'll find out in time.
questionable
Maybe you
there.
don't know it, but you
Oh.
talk in your sleep.
What the hell is she dressed like that for, dude? What? She's got her normal clothes on.
Sleepy.
Remember her
Thinking
college
about your
dance
boyfriend
dress
doesn't
with the
do you any
bow tie? Why don't they just let her wear that? That makes perfect sense.
good. Come on, tell me, honey. What did you and your boyfriend do with that money? Wouldn't you like to know?
I like 1930s too. It was so like docile as far as entertainment
You
goes.
talk in your sleep.
There's no like scary music. She doesn't like push her against the wall and say, "Tell me where the fucking money is, cocksucker!" No, it's just like, "Hey, you mind telling me where the money is? It's 1930s film and we're pretty polite here." I don't want to tell you. Well, you do talk in your sleep. There's a chance you'll just tell me in your sleep, and we're not going to do any violence or
How'd
anything
you like
here.
to see your girlfriend sometime?
Are you kidding?
Oh,
Kid, ever.
this guy's got a face for movies, dude.
The captain of the yacht is sometimes sent over to the women's prison.
Are they?
Is this guy like trying for his Humphrey Bogart moment or something?
Thanks, kid. Glad to do it for you. I know just how you feel.
Do you know Ruth Holden?
Ruth? Yeah, sure.
Give her this note, will you?
What's going on here?
What's going on here?
Oh, nothing.
Report to the matron's office at once.
Yes, ma'am.
Looks like somebody got in some trouble.
It wasn't our fault, Mrs. Cummings. He spoke to us. Get on with your work.
Well, I could make a pun, and I will not.
Darling, I come over here every day at 10 to deliver the mail to the matron's office. Try and see me. I love you, Jimmy.
God, they say movies are full of shit these days. I've seen a lot of people poke holes in the new Disney Snow White movie, as they should. This thing's got more holes than Swiss cheese.
Come on, 9843. That romantic touch of yours is going to cost you plenty. Come on. Come on.
It's tough he had to lose 8 weeks good conduct time just for that. Gee, it's wonderful to have a man think that much of you.
What is this lady's angle? I thought she was actually trying to get a hold of the money. Now she's like vicarious. I sympathize with the main character, sub-character. What is that character's shtick? And is she gonna appear
Keep staring at me like that.
in this like same place every time?
What about me?
Well, I'm getting out of here pretty soon. I could do a lot.
Well, those are scary words coming from someone in a prison,
You
sir.
don't understand the angles, kid. But skip it, if you say so. You know, when you get out of here, the cops are going to be following you. After that dough, you're going to be needing help. Plenty of help.
Dough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what'd you do with the dough?
That ages this movie.
I
Give me
saw
the
this guy
dough.
named Dave Bierman in Chicago.
Dave
The
Beer-
bread.
Chicago? How do you spell it? B-E-E-R-M-A-N?
No. Bierman.
Oh, yeah, Dave Bierman. Yeah, sure.
It went from dough to bread to cheese. Was that important to know the spelling of that character's name?
The prison conduct has been pretty good, but listen, Roberts, are you interested in them or in your money?
In both.
That guy looks like the Higgins from Magnum
You
PI.
won't have either.
I'll show you. Take a good look at that face.
They simply got off on the wrong foot. They took quite a
Okay. And we're going to go take, let's see, Higgins. Quarantine.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
How long? 7 days.
7 minutes.
You mean for the next week, I'm going
See?
to have to live in this squalor with... I found it!
Is it $100,000? Is that what you found, Magnum PI? That's what they needed. They needed Magnum PI on the case, dude. Uh-oh. This has happened before.
Smell it. On parole. With his restricted
See? It's Higgins.
protect their cure. In what way, Mr. Roberts?
He's Higgins over here is going to get a Tom Selleck, and he'll find the $100,000
Certain they will
bucks.
lead me to the money. I'm also certain that they'll hand it over to me voluntarily.
What special conditions?
Gentlemen, I have here a few suggestions.
You'd better study this. If you get a parole, you'll have to know these rules. Forwards and backwards.
They said no parole. Am I paying more attention to the plot than the screenwriter? Haha, the way they highlighted you cannot marry. That was like Michael Bay special effects back in 1930.
Hello, beautiful.
Jimmy, you do still love me, don't you?
Adore you. There wasn't a minute I wasn't thinking of you.
Wait, did they get...
What is it?
I thought they weren't supposed to get parole.
Well, what now?
We're going straight to Uncle Bill's and get our money and clear out of the country.
Jimmy, don't look like that. You've changed.
Ha 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 ha. I like how that is supposed
A
to...
little yourself.
That is supposed to be the answer for what prison did for him for these years.
There, that's better.
We're going and we're retrieving the money.
Look,
Oh, Jimmy, you've changed. Like, he isn't... Like, why didn't they show him, like, get into a fight with someone on the boat or something? Over, like, looking at him sideways.
Congratulations.
Like, that was just, like, such a cheap... Trying to show what prison has done to the guy by her just saying, Jimmy, you've changed. Look at the look on your face. And the actor didn't significantly do anything different. Oh, look at the guy just sitting in between them there.
You had. I mean, what are you going to do with your lives? It's tough that you can't get married. If you're still that way about each other,
we still are.
you'll be on parole for 8.
See, back in the day,
That's a long time to have
like marriage was an important institution back in the 1930s.
We know it's no...
Not like what a wrecked society is now. The fall of the nuclear family.
still working for international surety. I'm still determined to get back that money.
We earn that money. We're going to keep...
I wonder when those like pencil thin mustaches went out of
No matter where
favor.
you go,
So there was another classic movie I was watching that had a pencil thin mustache. When did
What's
those?
the point of all this, Mr.
When was the evolution of mustaches? When did they get
for you to give back that
weeded out?
money. Pardon would restore your citizenship.
I almost want to Google that, but how?
No.
Let me see something.
All right. Good luck.
Am I gonna actually find something worthwhile here? Like, do they have it like by date? Well, not just through the ages, like how they used. I want to actually see like the trends through the years, like on a chart. Well, that's true. These days, people hardly have mustaches, right? When did that stop? The last couple decades? Anyway.
An Eclipse vacuum cleaner in every American home.
Yes, Mr. McCullough.
An Eclipse
No accident, you're on this boat.
vacuum cleaner?
I'm still working for international surety, and I'm still determined to get back that money.
We earned that money, and we're going to keep it.
Here's this to remember. No matter where you go, we'll pick you up and bring you back. We have agents all over the world.
What's the point of all this, Mr. Roberts?
The point is there might be a pardon for you to give back that money. The pardon would restore your citizenship. You could get married and...
No.
All right. Good luck.
Well, not far into it, right? It's the psychology of entrapment. You already finished your prison sentence.
And remember the 2 P's. Politeness and persistence.
Politeness, and persistency.
With the emphasis on the persistence.
Persistency.
It's no easy job.
Are you mocking me, boy?
Now come and look at this man. Every salesman is a pinhead.
Competition doesn't worry us in the least.
Every salesman is a pinhead.
Now whereabouts would you like to work?
What? That was really witty
We can start in any place.
movie. I mean, that was super witty. So like there's a pinhead on the map for a salesman, and he says every salesman is a pinhead. Guys, the subtext is, dude, the puns. It's just miraculous. There's some Shakespeare stuff going on here. Pinhead is not cool by today's standards, however, because if you look over here, if you put Pinhead in the title here, this title may conflict with Twitch's moderation policy. So, you know, you may think the Pinhead was a cool thing back in the day, but not by today's very watchful standards. Watch party. Okay.
Anywhere in the state, you can pick your own district.
How about District 16?
You couldn't have picked a better one. Right there. Well, now, good luck to you both. And when you get there, remember the 2 P's.
District 16. Not to be confused with District 13, Jason of the 13th District in Tokyo Ghoul. Or as a friend of mine calls it, Tokyo Ghoul. As like Dave Grohl?
What's the matter with us? One little setback and we act like we're sunk. All we have to do is go to the bank and find out where he's moved.
Was just around the corner. Let's go.
This music seems to be like elevator music that doesn't really change its tone depending on the severity or the plot or the needs for different emotional tones through the sequence of events here.
What happened to his effects?
Uncle Bill was a poor businessman.
Wow. This dude.
By his creditors. They sold them to an auctioneer down in the city.
That guy's as subtle as the dude in Eyes Wide Shut. Eyes wide shut. Man in street. Watch, they're gonna have it where it's when those guys bully him and push him over. I knew it. This was not what I was looking for. This guy.
At Firestone Complete Auto Care,
this guy in
the highest standard.
The movie has all the subtlety as this guy here. Hello? Can I help you? Okay, we don't want to get flagged. So, they went to the same school of... No, really, I'm not... I'm inconspicuous.
85 twice. I'm bid French, Irish,
That's it. Here. Man.
Remember the 2 P's.
Politeness
And persistency.
Very good.
Looks like he's moved.
I kind of find it interesting. This is a noir movie. And you... Oh, maybe that's why they put in the hard-boiled in the title, so you know someone's gonna pull a gun and, you know, whack somebody. Like, this is pretty docile, man. Prison was basically... Dude, I love how they glossed over stuff back in the day. So, they indicated that prison changed this guy. What happened to him? Some dude didn't have the 2 P's while talking to him in prison?
Were claimed by his creditors. They sold them to an auctioneer down in the city.
Oh, who were the auctioneers?
What? Isn't that the limit? I'll be hanged if I can think of it now. Funny thing is, my wife's down there attending that sale right now.
Sale?
What sale?
Why, the auction sale, of course.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh!
What sort of a name was it? German? English? French?
Man, these guys are a couple of idiots. I would say imagine going to prison for this, but prisons seem pretty chill. Their inmates were just like vicariously interested in how they were doing today.
7247 Wilton Boulevard.
Oh, fairness.
Boulevard.
Wilton Boulevard. Come on. Thanks.
What do you call a haunted street? A boulevard.
60 is bid. Going at 60. 60 once. 60 twice. Third and final.
Organically created dad jokes.
Sold to Mr. Holbrook for $60.
That looks like the Higgins guy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Is that not Higgins? He's got this... No, his mustache is a little different.
This music box, please.
Splendid. Eddie. Music box.
That Higgins had a regular font L for a mustache on both sides, and he's got a cursive L for a mustache on both sides.
Friends, I must ask you to give your particular attention to this rare old music box.
Oh!
An example of what is today a lost art. Isn't it beautiful?
It was a lost art in 1930s? Damn. Those things go way back.
How much, Alton?
We've only got $23.60.
Who'll make me an offer? Who'll make an offer of $50? $50. What do I hear?
$5.
Ha!
Sir, did you really offer $5?
Did you really offer less than
Please. Now, I know
what he put on the auction?
but there are limits.
All right.
$5 for this rare old music.
Here's what I want to see. I want to see... No, that movie's too good. Well, no. No, I'm not. Oh, yeah.
Straight. Tell me who took.
I want to see Dracula from Monster Mash be the bidder here. See this?
Tell me who took.
They need to mash. They need to do a Noir, classic Noir mash with a B movie Monster Mash adaptation no one asked for, and have this Dracula guy bid for the music box. Spice it up a little bit. Dude, you know your movie's good when my mind starts wandering towards the latest Michael Madsen straight-to-video film.
Who'll make an offer of $50? $50. What do I hear?
$5.
Did I hear a right, sir? Did you really offer $5? Friends, please. Now, I know you come here for bargain, but there are limits. And $5 for this rare old music box is way, way beyond the limits.
$10.
Well, that's a little better.
What was that wink significant for?
Who'll make it 5 more? Offered 10, asking 15. Who'll give me
I can't get over how similar that guy looks like to the Higgins guy.
Who'll make it 20? Do I hear 20?
20.
20's the bid. Do I hear 25?
They didn't even get to the minimum. What's ha 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 ha?
Surprised that I don't get any more bidding. Come on now. Who'll make it 30?
30.
Ah, that's better. 30 is the bid.
Why don't you just make it super high?
35.
Ask to look at the box and then slip the money out of the box and give them whatever. You got $100,000 in there, man.
50.
We can't let it get away. We'll borrow $40 on the car.
50's the bid. Anyone go 60?
What, you can't bid as high as you want and then take a look at the box to pay?
Let's have 65.
65. Mr. O'Fairna, open it up and let's have a look at the works.
The gentleman wants to see the works.
Oh. Uh-oh.
75. 85. I'm bid 85. Skip the screwdriver.
Well, it ain't gonna matter if you open the damn box.
Will anyone make it 90? Does anyone make it 90?
It's kind of weird they're still continuing to bid. Meanwhile,
Why 90?
it'll mean nothing if they open the box.
90. 90. Let's make it an even 100. Now, who'll say the word?
100.
100 bid. An even 100. Any more? 100 once. 100 twice. Third and
You know, you could steal the box. Ha yeah.
$100.
Hello, is Mr. Holbrook in? Mr. Caldwell. No, Caldwell. C is in cat. That's right.
Suppose he won't see us.
He's got to. He's just got. Hello, Mr. Holbrook. I'm the fellow who bid against you for that music box this afternoon. Oh, thank you, Mr. Holbrook. Come on, the pearly gates are wide open.
It is men like you that add tang and savor to this business.
Oh, is he...
Dallying with the most excellent notion.
Are they going to try to swipe it?
Oh, that's a great idea, Mr. Holbrook. As I was saying about that music box.
Ah, that inevitable music box. How gallantly you resisted me. One touch I loved. A sheer stroke of genius.
Gallantly.
The way you disposed of that Batinsky. That, let's have a look at the works.
Well, 1930s were definitely into those pencil-thin mustaches.
Your charm is only exceeded by your modesty.
Will you sell us the music box?
You're a 2P kind of person. Polite and perseverance.
Every dollar we had on it.
Terribly
your
sorry. I
perseverance.
thought you were just fellow sportsmen. If I'd known you really wanted the thing, I wouldn't have bid $1.
We'd be very glad to buy it from you.
I say, this is ghastly. You see, I have so many of those...
This is
things.
ghastly.
I sent the music box to an aunt of mine in Sunnydale.
Ah, look at the armor in the background.
Sunnydale? Oh, that isn't so far away. Would you mind telling us her name?
Certainly, Mrs. Martha Foster, Sunnydale.
Dude, my favorite
old
scene was just armor hanging out, antique armor hanging out at somebody's house. God, that stereotype goes way back, doesn't it? Medieval armor just hanging out in your house. Is that one of those things? Is that just a trope? Dude, what is with the internet, dude? The internet, look at this. The algorithm on this search engine should be classic movies, video games. Look at one of the top things here. Elon Musk gets nightmare news about Tesla. Algorithm. Sometimes people just want to watch a classic movie. They don't want to see this. Dude, please. Good Lord. No wonder everybody's all like, everybody's all frothing at the mouth, biting at each other's necks over the same subject matter every day, all day. That's all they talk about. That's all this shit is feeding us, man. Good Lord. Let us take a rest. You have to seriously have the mindset and discipline to be like walking on a tightrope in order not to fall into the left or the right conversational like abyss. Oh my God. No wonder people are so miserable. Okay. Armor? No. It's going to be the Batman armor. Yeah. Oh. Party. They were at a party. This. There, see? You could see it right there. I'm not actually going to click on it. I don't want it flagged. She's like, what kind of rich creep would spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on some old crickety armor? Creeping me the F out. Well, actually, that's a 15th century samurai armor from the Kendo period. What? That belongs to me. Oh, awkward. But yeah, the stereotype of having a bunch of armor and like rich people collecting armor, it's just hanging out in the hallways. Is there any precedent for that? Like, is that just pure Hollywood trope going back demonstrably to the 1930s? Okay. I actually want to see that. I want to see if it's in the halls of a rich person's house as well. Okay. Medieval armor collection in a mansion? No, I'm not going to put in a mansion. Where's it? Well, not in a museum. In a mansion, maybe. What a mansion. Well, most of this is museums. I almost feel like it is like bullshit. That there's like super rich people hanging out with like medieval armor in the background. I feel like it's a Hollywood trope, not rooted in much reality. You know? Wouldn't there be like some social debate or people like like kind of like Vicky Vale in the Batman movie, where they would be like, "Hey, I can't believe, look at this guy's collection of armor." Meanwhile, people are starving. Back in the day, they used to say starving in China.
Hey, come along. He had on it.
I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were just fellow sportsmen. If I'd known you really wanted the thing, I wouldn't have bid a single dollar.
We'd be very glad to buy
What
it.
a gentleman.
This is ghastly. You see, I have so many of those wretched things that tinkle that I sent the music box to an aunt of mine in Sunnydale.
Oh.
In Sunnydale?
Sunnydale? Oh, that isn't so far away. Would you mind telling us her name?
Certainly, Mrs. Martha Foster, Sunnydale. She's a perfectly ripping old dodo. I say, I feel absolutely wonky with embarrassment.
I feel absolutely wonky with embarrassment.
Such a dismal object. Please,
I feel absolutely wonky with embarrassment.
when he sold out his country and his soul for a mere $100,000.
Listen up, liberal. Do you feel wonky with embarrassment?
Oh.
There we are.
Call me Pinky.
All right, Pinky, come along.
All right. Why do I gotta be Mr. Pink?
What now?
'Cause you're Mr. Efsler.
Don't look at me that way. I'm not to blame.
Who's blaming you? Well, come on. We
Are they? Is the idea there? He's like some rich, like, androgynous guy? Are they making fun of rich people in the subtext? Or call me Pinky? Is that just? Does that translate differently through 100 years?
Why did you have to stop me bidding? You could have put a deposit on it and raised money somehow.
Don't be silly. That maniac wouldn't have stopped bidding at $10,000.
Pinky.
It was my fault that Uncle Billy died.
Pinky the maniac.
To send him the money.
Well, you didn't see anything wrong
Oh,
with it.
infighting.
I'm sorry. Please don't cry. That's better. I feel I am a couple of bad.
A heel, huh?
You're not
John Cena?
Darling.
What a heel?
And nothing's gonna
John Cena is now a heel? John Cena is confirmed. John Cena, what do you think about that? This guy's a heel just like you, John Cena. What do you think about that? What do you think, John?
Are you sure about that?
Well, yeah, I mean, he said it himself. He's a heel.
I hate to see you kids losing the things that money can't buy. Money.
Remember telling me you sent him that dough to keep for you?
$10,000.
The money. Yeah,
He's such a heel.
Well, our next stop, Sunnydale. Good old Sunnydale. I think I've got a map in my room. We better find out where it is.
Next stop, Sunnydale. Are you sure about that?
What is it?
Oh, well, that's... Oh!
Come on in.
Oh! This is good old Bud.
Cat got your turn?
Hello, Blackie. Ruth, this is Blackie Clayton.
Didn't he compare himself to a cat earlier? C as in cat?
Thought you might go to Sunnydale.
Is there a little bit of a cat motif going on here?
For money?
Looks like you're almost out of your 9 lives,
I could use
kid. Because it'll be
I was
curtains
just
for
thinking
you.
You might need a partner.
No partners.
That's too bad, because I already decided different.
Oh!
By the way, I got...
Best actor in this movie, by the way.
a light am I cut out of the
I wonder if he had a name.
What is it? Read it.
There's only a few names that have like stood the test of time for lasting in the public consciousness over like 100 years. But I wonder back in the 1930s if this guy had a name for himself, because he's easily the best actor in this movie. He actually is like,
That guy's dead.
seems to be acting.
Somebody cut his throat.
He actually seems to be like a character.
Get wise to yourself, Jimmy. Quit stalling me. I've declared myself in for a third, and I'd advise you to like it. Well, how about it?
The answer is still no.
He's asking for trouble, kid.
Well, what the hell's going to happen if he refuses? This movie is so, like, rated G. What's he supposed to do? Stare at him? Blow cigar smoke in his face? Nice Dick Tracy hat.
Hello, Mr. Roberts. Ruth, it's Mr. Roberts. Come right in, Mr. Roberts. Let me take your
Dick
hand.
Tracy comic books were actually, like,
Fine, thank you.
more gritty and hard-boiled than this. Like, check this out. Like, if you do, not like that really stupid movie with Madonna, man. Oh my God, actually. You gotta see that, man. This is like so freaking bad, dude. Oh, what did they do? Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so check out clips from the 1990s. They made a game from this?
Look at that length. This is the new Big Deal mascara from L'Oreal Paris. You can just keep building and building and building.
Okay, I gotta like mentally trace what I'm going with this. I need to show Dick Tracy to show that it was way grittier. I'm having this movie, The Wrong Road, is having a real difficulty. It's getting in its own way by being too docile. So this guy he knew in prison is trying to get a piece of that money, but the movie is so handcuffed from being appropriate. All he could do is like insist he's gonna have the money. He can't like do torture. He can't throw a Molotov cocktail through his window. He's got to just like be like, no, you will. I don't think so. Looking at him like his like lazy eyes or whatever. Okay, so I need to get to that. But when I was going to go look for the Dick Tracy comic book to show that it's actually gritty, I actually had it where a friend of mine's dad had a big collection of the Dick Tracy comic books. And he said, this stuff is actually pretty hardcore. You should look through it. I was reading it. And I was like, oh my God. He's like, oh yeah, that was the stuff back in the day. It's like Dick Tracy the movie versus Dick Tracy the comic is very similar to like the Mask comic and then Jim Carrey's Mask. In fact, very similar. If you look at the Mask comic book, it is actually like like there you go. It is like super gritty and macabre. And then the Jim Carrey movie. Oh, please. And then very similar to that is like the Dick Tracy comic book. Here. Dick Tracy classic comic books. And Hollywood just they didn't just like sugarcoat it. They neutered it to the point of it's not even the same thing anymore. You see here, let's try this. Let's see if I can get some of the grittier stuff. Like, you'd be impressed with the actual carnage. The actual carnage in these old comics. Okay.
So this is exactly what your mouth had in mind.
Oh, I've never heard of this game.
How would we describe each other? We're quite similar.
Is this...
We opposites.
I don't know. The
We are
first
official.
impression I got from the graphics was like the Roger Rabbit game. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Do you use a D-pad to spin that, or it looks like it's automatic? I have never seen this before. No, it's not like Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit is... No, this is just a platformer with a weird machine gun mechanic for shooting stuff in the background.
Nothing wrong with it at the time.
Was it? Well, that guy's dead. Somebody cut his throat. Where's that money?
Yeah. Wesker, there was a lot. There was a lot of platformer games. There was a lot of platformer games like this back in the day. When did this come out? 1990? 1990. 35 years have happened since this horrendous game. No, it's some of these games, especially when it came out, like 1990, were legitimately like a fun time. So like, let's show like an example. This looks like 16-bit, right? Mega Drive, Genesis. It does have an interesting mechanic that it has that shooting people in the background. You don't see that very frequently. Usually it's like the enemies are coming from the left or right. You don't actually interact with the back part. Like you could shoot people. It didn't look like you could walk back there though. Okay, that was the one that I was... Shinobi. Okay, so this is like... It reminds me of Shinobi. Let's see if I can... I'm pretty sure they did redid that game. We're not going to get into that right now, though. We're taking way too many free associative leaps.
That's why Go Macro is making natural grocery stores.
The names are a bit different.
Oh.
Here it's just Shinobi.
Maybe even try to drop.
Okay. No commentary. It's a lot like games like this. Although the jumps seem very minimal in the Dick Tracy game. At some point we could get a emulator and play it on the stream. like any of the old games, especially a game from 1990. You should be able to get it on an emulator. All right, let's take a super huge backflip back into the movie and really discombobulate ourselves here. Okay.
Well, if you hadn't been so smart, we'd still have that money. Let me keep the money, Jimmy. Give me that watch.
Oh, please don't.
Oh, Jimmy's getting pissed.
So precious, it'll get us about $5 in a hock shop, and mine isn't even worth a nickel. We have to hit the road to Sunnydale, and we've got to eat on the way.
You should have thought of that before you did this, mastermind. Leaving you all behind
You're not gonna see
until
Robert
your
sitting
pencil
with me whether you
breaks.
like it or not.
Write that down until your pencil breaks.
Jimmy, Roberts was right.
Oh! Jimmy! Like Jimmy Urine, mastermind, leaving you all behind. Was that a relish of my subconscious making a connection between this guy being a mastermind and Jimmy Urine? So, like, you want to meme this? You should put Jimmy Urine's head over this dude.
All the women are there because of a man.
Because he's the mastermind.
Please, Jimmy. Please, won't you understand? We were there because of each other. Because we loved each other, and we still do.
Of course we do. We'll be all right as soon as we get our fingers on that money.
Oh, no, Jimmy, we've just been
Wow.
kidding ourselves.
The drama.
When we get to Sunnydale, Blackie will be waiting for us. And maybe Roberts. Oh, I'm afraid of Blackie. I've a feeling that he's
Blackie?
going to try and kill you, or that you're going to try and kill him.
So, the guy in prison is named Blackie.
In the daylight, everything will look different.
Is, like, are they so...
Never look any different.
Did they so bleach everything in these old movies that they had to insinuate it was a scary African American that he met in prison that's trying to shake him down for money? Or is it just taken on face value? The guy from prison is a white dude named Blackie.
Come on, snap out of it.
It's hard to tell because they had to bleach everything out. It's hard to tell what they're actually saying half the time. They'd have to insinuate more than they could denote. That's where it would be very difficult to communicate to people in that time, 100 years ago, because it's like, how do you know that someone's saying what you think they're saying?
This girl with you?
Oh, look at this guy's face, dude. He's got a face made for a Coen brother movie or a Sergio Leone movie.
You know anybody here?
To tell the truth, we were planning to report to you. You see, we're paroled prisoners.
Folks used to get up at daybreak, milk the cows and feed the chickens and chop wood, chores they call it. Well, I remember when... Well...
Would anybody like another piece of pie?
Back in my day.
Thanks, I'm right up to here.
Jimmy? Well, spoken like a man. Now, what was I saying?
Nothing much, dear. You were just getting yourself warmed up. Sometimes you get so busy talking, you forget what you're going to say.
Well, what was I going to say?
He could be a streamer.
Children, the folks coming over tonight.
He gets himself worked up. He doesn't even know what he's going to say next. Give this guy a stream.
Now, what was I going to say?
That bell. Every time it rings, I almost jump out of my skin.
Sit still, Mama. I'll go.
I know it's supposed to be part of his, like, character. Or, like, he's, you know, quirky old man. Can't remember what he said, but they're cowbelling it so...
Well, Mr. Roberts, I'm glad to meet you. You got here sooner than I expected.
Gee, that was a narrow squeak.
Okay. Is it not muted? Was it muted? Oh, dude. Dude, how would it be interpreted after watching this movie and then having just this visual? That is actually really funny and ambiguous. So, not having any of the words because of the muted how was this interpreted? Fire, dog. No, I was saying it's time to finish the movie. It's time, wrong road. And then, you know,
It's time.
but then here was the idea. It's like the Pythagoras' arrow. I'm going to keep moving towards the end of the stream, but then I'm going to cut it in half because I'm going to have commentary in between about ending the stream. So like it's time to get towards ending the stream, which reminds me of Loomis saying, "It's time, Michael," doing the explosion. But see, now we're back. We're not moving all the way forward. We cut our progress in half. So it's going to be a journey of going through the end of the wrong road by meta-analysis of how we're going towards the end, but we never get to the end because we're so concentrating on making references of getting there. You see how that works? And speaking of which, now watch.
Well, how did you...
We'll get right here. We'll get to 48, and then we're gonna have commentary about how we're getting to 52. It's gonna take like 10 minutes, and then when we get to 51, we're gonna talk about how we're almost at 53. And then it'll take us 10 minutes. Then we'll get to 52.17. Watch. I'll show you.
Why don't you talk some sense into his head?
Why don't you mind your own business?
What a tough guy, dude. Why don't you mind your own business? He's got a little bit of that, like, Squidward nasal.
The vacuum cleaners are still in the car.
Thank you so much. That acting was so bad, Wrong Road. You got me to climb out of my own meta commentary and come back into this shit film. Thank you. It was just bad enough I had to pay attention to it. Is this demasculating 100 years ago? I really would like to know, because social norms are so different than they used to be.
Hi, sister. Take it easy, kid. Nobody's gonna hurt you. How's tricks?
Very well, thank you.
Right, thank me. Cigarette?
No. What's on your mind?
Oh, a little matter of $100,000. It's here somewheres, and I happen to want it.
Oh, and we adjusted the $100,000 for today's money.
Right now, and I'm tired of fooling.
Oh no, this was a '90s 7-layer burrito.
What would you say then?
We did.
Chili, of course.
1930.
There's no accounting for taste. I'll meet you
$100,000.
About midnight. Okay?
Okay.
You're a smart kid, sister, so let's not have any tricks.
And then, like...
Keep your mouth shut. Understand?
So it's like 2 million... What? How was it more before? What's going on here? Oh, wait. Wait. 1937.
Hey, what's the idea of all the gloom?
Wait, was it worth more?
Well, I feel all right. Jimmy, do you remember when I went out on the back porch to empty the strainer?
Well, that's really interesting. Anyway, they were going to go to prison for 10 years for $2 million. And there must be more to the story of than inflation when it comes to money, because who the hell would go to prison for 10 years for $2 million?
Now, nothing's going to happen.
They ain't going to buy you a chalupa these days.
Find Roberts now.
Robert's gone to a movie.
Jimmy, let's please find Roberts now.
Jimmy, we're right where we were 2 years ago.
No, we're not. We're where we wanted to be 2 years ago. Oh, listen.
How did they get out of prison so fast? The idea was there's no parole and they were going in for 10 years.
2 whole years of our lives, and we're going to keep it. Otherwise, what would we be? A couple of scared little frogs jumping back into a muddy pool. We're not like that.
Wow, the metaphor.
I love you.
Literary. I feel like Edgar Allan Poe, Mark Twain, David Foster Wallace, they all had a collective gasp just now in the afterlife. That's such
You go down to the car.
That's such mind-blowing
Don't you trust me?
metaphor.
We'll get it together then.
I said
We're like frogs. We don't want to go back into that muddy pond.
please let me get the money. I want to prove to you that we will go on together. Like you said. Whether it's life, death, or prison, we'll be together.
That makes no sense.
Together.
1930s had...
Come on now.
That just doesn't make any sense. Does she mean like together in heart? Like the proverbial we'll always be together? You ain't gonna be together. It didn't seem like the prisons in this movie were, what's that word? Where both genders are included.
Blackie?
I don't know.
They heard a terror radius. They got that Nia perk where they can like crouch walk faster and back into the car. Best actor in the movie. Seems to actually be like a convincing thug. Oh my god, they actually shot. They broke a window. Oh. You know, that would be called felony mischief these days. Especially if you can prove that he shot that car because he doesn't like the brand. You could call it a hate crime. And then in the news, you'd blur out the car. Seriously. I've seen it. Where the destruction of property they blur it out as if it was a dead body. You know, it's getting easier. It's getting easier to see carnage of real people where people barely blink an eye on the internet than it is it's going to get harder and harder to see destruction of property because it's such a evil, wicked deed. I literally saw burning car blurred out on the news, you know. But then on CNN at like a couple decades ago, you could hear this guy getting murdered. They didn't show the visual, but you could hear his like death throes. So, human life, yeah. Integrity of a car.
Oh, it's not worth it.
You should have thought about that in the beginning. Well, at least the music now is like matching the emotion. Before, it seemed like no matter what was going on in the movie, it was the same old tired old elevator sounding music.
All right, Jimmy. Let's have it.
You'll have to kill me first.
That can be done, too. Come on. We're wasting time.
Jimmy, please let him have
No.
it. Wait! It's over there under that tree.
That's good. Stand back.
It's a tree.
And keep back.
Stand back there, kid, or it's cutting for you. I'll replace you with the thing I dig up from the tree, see? Oh! I felt a monicum of emotion there, rooting for Jimmy. The movie didn't quite get me, but maybe there was just an emotional tug like this much that I got from watching it there.
Tell you what I think of all this. I've listened to you for the last 2 years. I've done everything you've asked, but now this ends it. A moment ago, until I stepped in, it was your life or his. Well, what I have to say now concerns our lives, and I'm stepping in again. Jimmy, we're giving up this money.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I've waited long enough.
Well, you got to the end.
But it's our money. But that isn't the point at all. Well, even if we get away, we'll be hunted.
What is this? She gonna get like leniency because
Oh, Jimmy, I don't want to be on the run.
they're like overhearing her saying that she feels guilt?
And stop running. Oh, Jimmy, let's stand still. Let's go back and give the money to Roberts.
Let's be frogs and go back into the swamp, dude.
Well, here I am, and you kids can start laughing right now.
He did.
Better than the facial, huh?
Here's the money, Mr. Roberts.
What?
Thanks, Jimmy.
Don't thank me. I've never been so glad to get rid of anything in my
What?
I'm glad to get the money back, of course, but that's not why I...
Oh, man. I've seen sudden turns into good endings.
You lived up to my belief.
What?
That's why I said thanks.
Thank you.
They just killed a guy.
You know the reason we took
They
that
just
money?
murdered a man in front of him.
Ourselves.
Oh, you can do self-defense all you want, but they don't get arrested for
From now
that?
on, we'll earn our happiness.
Together?
Always.
What in the hell? So there's no consequence. There's no consequence. They try to steal, adjusted for inflation, $2 million, decide to go to prison over it, and then come out, have to go through this wild goose chase to try to get the money, finally get to the money after murdering a man, and then go, hey, you know something? This is bullshit, man. Let's just settle down. And then the powers that be, like, the police, Higgins, not Higgins over here, is just like, I'm really glad you guys decided that you wanted to settle down and have the good life. They committed the crime. They already committed the crime. I don't get the ending. Can someone please tell me that made sense? I can be sometimes not getting the gist of something. Can someone please tell me how that makes any sense? I've seen some Hollywood endings that were like suddenly the dark themes suddenly take this